Hi everybody. For this station, we are going to be covering this idea of weight. All right. Now in this little sketch here, we have Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong on the moon, and Neil says, "I've lost so much mass since coming this space. It can jump so high," right? But Buzz Aldrin says, "Oh, you fool! You didn't lose mass. You're on the moon." Really, all he's lost is, in fact, weight, not mass. So let's get into a little closer comparison of what we're talking about here. So let's say I have a bowling ball and a volleyball, right? Is there a difference in how much they weigh? Well, sure. Sure there is. Bowling ball weighs a lot more, right? But what exactly is weight? Well, weight is actually the measure of the force or the pull of gravity on an object. And so when we think about weight, you have to think about where you are. Where are you being weighed? So let's take that bowling ball, for example. On Earth, the bowling ball would have a pretty significant weight, but on the moon, the weight would be much less. And the reason for that is because the moon's gravity is so much weaker than the gravity on Earth. Now, don't get me wrong, it's the exact same bowling ball, so the mass is going to be the same, but the weight is going to be different because Earth has a bigger pull of gravity, and therefore Earth will always have more weight, right? If we're talking about an object's weight like the bowling ball, there'll be more weight on Earth than there will be on the moon, since the Earth is bigger and the moon is smaller. Let's take one more example. So, luggage. I pack my luggage chock full of everything that I can fit in it and more. I put it on a shuttle or a rocket. I send it to the moon. I get to the moon and I open it all up. Did the amount of material in my suitcase change? Well, of course not. No, it didn't. It's still all the same stuff. So if the amount of matter or material in my suitcase didn't change, did the mass of the suitcase change? Well, no, of course not. It didn't change at all. However, does my suitcase weigh less? And the answer to that is a resounding yes. It does in fact weigh less, because remember, there is less gravity on the moon than there is on Earth. So therefore, there is less weight on the moon. I personally think we should all be able to weigh our luggage on the moon before we put it on an airplane. Then there wouldn't be any restrictions. But I don't think the airlines will agree with me. Now, specifically, how much less do things weigh on the moon? Well, since the moon has about 1/6 of the gravity of Earth, then you guessed it, it has 1/6 of the weight. Okay? But we're not going to say that it's 1/6 of a kilogram or 1/6 of a pound, because remember, in science, we use the SI unit, right, when we're measuring. And when it comes to weight, the SI unit is named after this guy, Sir Isaac Newton, right? And Sir Isaac Newton discovered many laws of physics and ideas about gravity. And so Sir Isaac Newton has the SI unit of weight named after him. Not a bad deal for all of his contributions to science.